Welcome to Flash Royale, featuring nightly news, counterintelligence, and the King's favorite barrel of laughs. Here's your nightly news. Look out for the Epic Quests update. Soon you can earn rewards for in-game quests. And now, roll out the red and blue carpet for an all-new game mode, entering the arena soon.
Did somebody say pigskin?
Goblin Hunt.
Next up, counterintelligence. How to counter a miner. Target acquired. Detect his direction. Blast him. To wake your king. And now, the goblins will present their barrel of laughs to the king. Oh, river dancing. Rocket proof. In the jewels! And that's it for this episode of Flash Royale! Welcome to Flash Royale! All your class in a flash! Featuring nightly news, gems of wisdom, and team spirit. Here's your nightly news. Somebody's stash is making the dash with the King's cash. In this year's King's Cup, find out who is taking home $200,000. And now we go to the miner for some gems of wisdom.
How to giddy up your feet down. First, drop down your slope pole. Then, you push it with the hose. Now bring home the bacon. Up diggity hole.
And finally, some team spirit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is his first super magical chest. He's been waiting all his life. Spent 24 hours for this. An Ice Wizard card here would be legendary. He's squaring up for the tab. And to take home the open. Quiet, please.
He's in.
Oh, and he's done it.
And that's it for this episode of Flash Royale. Welcome to Flash Royale! All your class in a flash! Featuring nightly news, Witch, and an exclusive sneak peek. Here's your nightly news. There's a new card dropping by the party.
Wait for me! Skeleton! Run!
In the arena, he rains down fire from the sky. But in your arms, he's just a little cuddle monster. Fly by the Supercell store for more.
Separated at birth, bound by elixir. Each has their virtues, but which witch is wickeder? Look out! Night Witch gets up close and personal, while the witch enjoys her distance. Night Witch wields a battle staff, while her sibling prefers destructive beams.
Now presenting our sneak peeker. In a world ruled by elixir, you must fight your own to take the throne, starring Hog Rider as himself.
Created by The Action Brick, not a long movie, it's a short movie. Watch it on YouTube.
I spat in that cup, by the way.
And that's it for this episode of Flash Royale! Welcome to Flash Royale! All your class in a flash! Featuring Raging Recap, Declassify, and the Wild National Geographic. And now the Lumberjacks Raging Recap. If you've been under a log for the last 3 years,
No hard feelings?
here's the Clasherama recap. First, there was the Goblin Flash. Then came the Royal Baby. And then... What is this? I don't know what that is. Look out for new episodes soon.
And now the bomber breaks open the chest-kept secrets of the game in Declassify.
First secret.
When 2 rockets launch simultaneously, the one aimed nearer will hit its target first.
Naturally. Second secret.
When the enemy has you in their sights, clone quickly to sidestep the attack. Precisely.
Final secret.
Lure the enemy by marking them with an exclamation point. In 2.8 seconds, this message will turn into elixir.
Behold, National Geographic.
Let's journey to the mighty tundra. Here comes a native species just migrating home to their favorite feeding ground. Dinner time. Their ability to take out creatures many times their size is astounding. However, their fragile anatomy renders them defenseless against mighty Mother Nature. And that's bats. Yet another marvel of the National Geographic. Until next time.
Welcome to Flash Royale,
The Crown Championship Edition.
featuring nightly news, whirlwind of emotion, and the showstopper, Freeze Frame. Here's your nightly news. The Crown Championship World Finals are upon us. It has been a long and elixirating journey. Out of 27.4 million competitors, 16 survive, and now only one will reign supreme. Watch the Royale live from London on YouTube December 3rd. And now brace yourself for the whirlwind of emotions. It starts with confidence. And then frustration sets in. The deck always seems stacked against. Then you find your redemption. Ooh-wee! That is one Royale coaster of emotions. Freeze Frame! Where pro highlights become stone cold tips. Freeze Frame! The bandit drops in the backfield and drafts behind the giant. He takes the cannonballs. She takes the victory. Freeze Frame! This guy thinks he can use a rocket to take out a bridge. Nope. Lucky for the balloon. And finally, Freeze Frame! It's bone versus stone for the throne! And that's it for this episode of Flash Royale! Watch the Royale live from London.